Good morning. Good morning. It is 11 o'clock. Thank you for calling me king. I'll take it. Although I'm not the king, not the king. Yeah, so I had to come on here and I'm waiting for some more people. Porsche. I love Porsche. In case you guys don't know, Porsche Briggs Jackson was kind enough to make all the I Love Rachel shirts. So she is the one we can thank for coming up with a brilliant logo. So, which is great because I think anyone who's known Rachel for a long time has known that she's very much like Lucille Ball. So, and apparently I am like Ricky. So, you print out a little piece of paper that say vote Rachel. Oh, man, I love you. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, Porsche's a legend. Thank you guys for rooting for Rachel. We need to push really hard because there are a lot of casual, apparently Facebook, I don't know, but casual viewers in general who have been eaten up an edit that is portraying Rachel as to be a bully or whatever they want to say about her. But, Keanu is this rootable underdog, which is not really, I love Keanu, but his game was horrible. So Rachel really deserves to win America's Favorite Player. So, yeah. Oh, thank you for, is it Marie or Marie? On the cruise. Yes. We met a lot of people on the cruise. And yeah, I will tell everybody, trust me, I will be letting everybody know, how much Rachel is loved. And maybe I can even, do an Instagram live when I get to see Rachel 500 times. All right, Caden, you're winning. So thank you. Yeah, I mean, the truth is like this season really opened my eyes to what a dichotomy Big Brother has become and how we're watching two different shows. So the edit really showing a completely different show from what live feeders are seeing, and it really, really stinks. Amy voted for Rachel. All right, Amy. Thank you. She is the winner. I mean, she just deserved to have a normal season, right? And not get screwed by production by this stupid twist. And apparently they realized how bad the twist was that they are not doing another elimination, not doing another single elimination comp because of how upset the fan base was. But unfortunately, Rachel, was a casualty of it, and there's no coming back from that. So, who am I rooting for? I am not Rachel. Yes, I know. Sorry, I am not Rachel. I'm going to go be the live finale. I will not be at the live finale. They are not letting me go to the finale. So I did not know that until like a couple of weeks ago, when they told me that they only allow the three finalists. I kind of, maybe I'm a little bit of a little selfish. I kind of thought that they might make Andrew, get out of the way. They might make an exception for me, because a little bit different, Rachel came back as a returning vet and had a lot on the line, I mean, I just honestly think that production never thought that she was going to make it as far as she did. So, now why they would still do that white locust twist, I think it was horrible. So I think that they really messed up big time. And they've changed the game. So taking the blockbuster into final 6, I mean, it was insane. So it's like, again, the fact that Keanu and Kelly could make it as far as they could in this game without, having such bad social reads, and just strictly from comps, was ridiculous. So it's kind of sad. I am an alumni. Yes, this is true. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm an alumni, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They've disappointed me on multiple levels. So I'm, like I said, at this point, I have very low expectations for anything from production. So I didn't even watch the Unlocked last night because I did get a little bit of a heads up that they were going to start, talking smack about Rachel again, because this light locust twist, productions just can't accept the fact that they messed up. So they keep wanting to put it on Rachel. Julie was hounding her at when she did the interview, wanted Rachel to admit, it's like, it's your fault. She kept pushing that narrative, because they just can't admit that they messed up. So it really, really messed up. And I don't care. She deserves to win America's Favorite Player because she was the only person this season playing the game of Big Brother. So this isn't the challenge. This isn't a competition reality show. It's supposed to be a show that is focused on the social aspects mixed with competition reality. So it really is changed. So my fear, to be honest with you, 100%, is not just in Rachel losing America's Favorite Player, but if something like Keanu, like they're pushing a Keanu America's Favorite Player, like obviously with the edits, it's easy to see. But if everyone votes for Keanu, then production gets what they want. Again, it reinforces this cycle of they think that they don't have to pay attention to the fans. They don't have to listen to the fan base. So the fan base, they need to listen to the fan base, because the fan base will tell you what works and what doesn't. And they did this season after the twist was so poorly received that they cut the second version of it. So there's not going to be any more elimination. They just did a sped up week, which, why didn't they do that in the first place, I just think that they got lazy and they thought they could just get rid of somebody without somebody caring, and maybe it wouldn't be Rachel, don't know, and then it was, and so. Hey, I'll be there in a minute, little buddy. Sorry, I got one more week to go. It's a little. Hey, I'll be right there. Okay. Adora, don't do that. Okay, so you guys can see. This has been my summer. AFP, yes, on CBS.com. You go to CBS.com, you can vote. You can vote with different emails, but also you can get 5 extra votes. So if you vote 5 times for Rachel, you watch a video, and then it'll let you do 5 more votes. You just have to go back to vote, and then you can vote 5 more times. Okay, so this might be cut short as a result of my children. And this is also why I want to vote America's Favorite Player for Rachel, because she left our kids for 3 months to. Okay, yeah, this is it. All right, live feeds at Brendon's. This is live feeds at Brendon's. Okay. It's cyclic, so they fight and then they get over it and then they fight again. So I'm letting them see if they can figure this one out on their own. It'd be great if they could. So I'm tired of having to break it up. So 4.5 and 9, that's what we got. So yeah, but Rachel, families, yes, hound your families, hound your friends. I feel like the guy, hide your family, hide your wife, hide your kids. No, but seriously, just like push for Rachel for America's Favorite Player. I'm waiting to see if it stops. Yes, I will be there in a minute. I'm on the phone with somebody very important. Yeah, I know, I heard that. Adora, don't say that. Okay, so, yeah, we solved that one. Yeah, everyone's his family in the end. Yeah, apparently, some people put this in their contract. I didn't know that they weren't doing that anymore, so that was news to me. The truth is that we only had like 2 weeks to sort all this out. So Rachel got asked like a month before the show, and then we went on the cruise, the Big Brother cruise, for those of you that were on it with us. And then we got back from the cruise. She had like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. So it just is really, really tough to like sort out all this stuff. The most important stuff. I know, I heard it. Adora, don't say that again, please. Okay. Yeah, so there was, mostly it was like contract stuff, and then making sure that she got paid a fixed amount of money if she went out like first, right? Because it's a big gamble, so I know, I will do that in a second. Live feeds, guys, here we go. This is Brendon's live feeds. This is what I've been dealing with for almost 3 months. So my parents helped me out for like a week and a half, about 2 weeks. But we also went on a little trip during that time too, so. Can we order shirts? Yes, go to order shirts. I wish I could put it in here in the comments. Maybe I can put it in, Porsche. I've been posting on Chat BCC. I posted on Twitter. I will try to see if I can put it in the comments. But yeah, so we got a whole store. There's a whole Rachel Riley store. So it is amazing. Keone, hey, I haven't seen you for a million years. Yes, Rachel for AFP, which episode show why Keanu talks down to women. Yeah, that's the problem, is Keanu does talk down to women, and it wasn't just a thing. And they try to make Rachel like she's just blowing up in Keanu, and there's no reason for it, and she's just a bully. And that's why I said it's kind of crap. I'm tired of the edits that really have been trying to make her look bad, because she's a strong woman, and so that's the problem. I am happy to admit I'm married to a very strong woman, and I'm proud of her, and I don't want her to be anything but who she is. So I'm glad that she stands up to guys that try to push her around, because she shouldn't take any shit from anyone. So is there eviction tonight? I believe so. Yeah, it has been too long. Yes, Rachel for AFP. Guys, you can vote multiple times, right? So vote every day. Vote with different emails, your families, everything. We got to blow it up. I want there to be no chance that Keanu wins this, because Facebook casuals think that Keanu's great because he's, the underdog who just competed. He had a horrible game, guys. He sucked. I love Keanu, but his he didn't listen to Rachel. I mean, he never listened to Rachel, even though and he finally admitted today, I don't know if you guys watch live feeds, but I'm seeing clips of him. He was finally realizing that she was telling him the truth the whole time, and he was the only person that did not lie to him in the entire house, which is great, the night that he's going out, probably. So, yeah, they need a villain. Yeah, but it wasn't Rachel. The problem is Big Brother has changed so substantially that people are not playing Big Brother like we used to. We used to fight to stay in that house. We used to, kill. Hey, little buddy, stay over there. No, stay there, please.
Dad, Adora said she hates me.
I know, and that's not very nice. We're going to talk to her about that, okay? In just a minute, all right? I'll be right over there. Just give me a second, okay? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, we're at that stage, Yes, if Portia is in, if she has the link, that'd be great, but I don't know if she's still in here. So, yeah, knock on your neighbor's doors. Yeah, whatever it takes. Yeah, it would have been boring. That's the problem. I don't think people realized how she drove this entire season, because people would not have been playing Big Brother. They would have been volunteering to go on the block. They would have been apologizing for voting people out. They would have, Adora's you with your brothers. Yeah, I mean, look, they're 4.5 and 9. So it's like it's like she's not smacking him on the head. He's doing something to her. And so, this is how we do it. So, Portia's got the shirts link. Yes, I think Portia might be putting it somewhere. So, yes, Portia, if you have that link, that would be great. But what I think I will do is after I post this video, I can put the link in the Instagram video. I wish I knew how to use this. Oh, there she goes. All right, she's got it. All right, good job, Porsche. This is why I love Porsche. Porsche, if you guys don't know, is one of the most amazing people ever. So Rachel and her final 2 deal is still holding strong 14 years later. So they really are amazing. When's Rachel's party? I think we're going to do it on the 18th in Birmingham. So at Hop City, we've been doing that, and it's been a lot of fun. So we've had a lot of people. He's not played the game the best. He's had to say Keanu had terrible reads is like saying the sun is a little hot, So it's, yeah, definitely, right? So, I love Keanu. Their frenemies was a lot of fun to watch. And I think that is in part why people were so endeared to Keanu. Because if you took Rachel out of the equation, I think he's a target the whole thing, and he's just going back and forth. He may have even gone out sooner than he did, If these Big Brother blockbusters weren't so physical, I think he probably would have gone a lot earlier than he did, So because his social game just stunk. And also, even when they are physical, Lauren won the last one, right? So I will say it was nice to see somebody else win one, because I want to see fair and equitable comps. Even like I said, back in my day on Big Brother, we used to have physical comp, then like a mental comp, then a physical comp. They used to kind of bounce back and forth, so it seemed to balance a little bit better. Who am I rooting for now? I think Morgan. Hands down for me, Morgan has probably played the best game. I was just talking with some people recently about Ashley. I could see Ashley potentially winning if she's sitting next to the right person. I think Ashley wins against Ava. I think Ashley wins against Vince. I think, Vince played hard, but he never owned his moves, which I think, and Porsche, thank you for reposting that again. She posted the I Love Rachel shirts link in the comments. So, yeah, Keanu was misogynistic. Again, for me, there's a difference between somebody who's like intentionally misogynistic and knows what they're doing versus somebody I think is a product of their environment. And that's why I kind of feel like Keanu probably is. I don't think he realizes how he comes across. And so he's probably just been around a bunch of guys that all talk like that, because it's not uncommon. So, but I think he is somebody who probably would be open to listening to people, tell him like how he comes across versus somebody who's just like, like a Riley who's gonna shut down and not talk to anyone and just probably ignore any negative comments or whatever he's doing, So, yeah, I think Keanu would have gone out earlier if the blockbuster had not been there as long as it was, right? I think he had no shot. I think he was gone if he didn't win one veto, which that's how Big Brother was. To be honest with you, my season 12, if I didn't win or Rachel didn't win, we were gone. You have to, there's a lot of times if your social game is, you have no shot. So it's like you have to get in with the right people. 12, I think, was hard because we started off with our back against the wall. And once you win, it's like, it's hard to you have to keep winning, and then when you keep winning, you become a bigger target. Yeah, see, Kehlani said the same thing. I think Keanu can be reasoned with. I don't think he doesn't seem like a bad guy. I think he can be a little bit of a knucklehead, but I don't think it's in a bad way. Yeah, Rachel was the only one honest with Keanu, and that's what the sad part is. He's realizing it now. So, and there's a good shot. I don't want to do any spoilers, but there's a good shot that Keanu is not around much longer, potentially. So, having that realization, after the fact does not help. So, and again, and the funny thing with Ava is, I don't think Ava will ever come to grips with her making a bad decision on not picking Rachel first and not sticking with the people that would have kept her safe. So she just, I think Ava was threatened by Rachel for America's Favorite Player, and I do not think that Ava was ever playing to win Big Brother. I think she was playing to get some memes and some gifts and then win America's Favorite Player. So she was not playing to win Big Brother. And I don't want to see people in Big Brother that are not playing to win Big Brother. If you're in there just to get some traction on your Instagram or your YouTube videos, don't go into Big Brother, right? And that's the problem, is I think they've been feeding this. So why was I so bad at endurance comps? Well, truth is I don't know that I got that many endurance comps. I think, did I get 2 or I just got 1? Well, I will tell you that the surfboard the first year was very hard. So for me, endurance comps really, I always say the same thing. It's like a lot of those wall comps definitely if you're smaller, you have a huge advantage. So for me, so I did 2 endurance comps. So the surfboard and then the skiing one. When I did the skiing one, as soon as they push that wall forward, all my weight from my top half is on my arms. So if you were shorter, you did not have as much upper body weight. So you were at a huge advantage if you were shorter. So and the surfboard was extremely hard. But I will tell you, when it fell off the surfboard and I watched Matt, I was dying because I was like, there's no way I would ever beat him. Like, he was just sitting up there, like barely moving. It was easy for him, right? So I think the surfboard was a little bit harder than the skiing one that we did the second time. But yeah, I do think the wall typically, but they have changed it, so I don't know if it's still the same. This one didn't look like this year. Is as advantageous to a smaller player, but it is hard if you're bigger in general. I will say, like, recruits can be good and bad. But they really have to spend the time figuring these people out before they go in the house. And I don't know they are, because Lauren, I love Lauren, seems like a sweet girl. And she was a comp beast, but what did she do with it? And then couldn't even speak up. So you need legit emails. Some people sum up, thought past years they did not count. I don't know. I mean, I would do all your legit emails first, right? So that's probably a better piece of advice. But make sure you get friends, family members, anyone, because I don't know if they try to, validate the emails later on or what they're doing. But I just want to inundate them with Rachel votes. So that's all I want to do. So they know, because to me, voting for Rachel for America's Favorite Player is sending a message to production that fan base is tired of letting them just do what they want to do and not listening to the fan base tell them that they don't like what they're doing, so they're just going to keep doing this, more of the same stuff. So, hey, J Lala, yeah, you want to see them, we want to see them play Big Brother, Why Jeff Probst say Rachel has never applied for Survivor at Emmy's Road? I think Jeff was just giving a stock answer. So for those you don't know, they asked Jeff Probst on the red carpet that Rachel Riley wanted to do Survivor, and he said, oh, well, you got to apply, Truth is, I don't think he was really thinking about it. I think Jeff is a host, and he's got host answers for things. So, it is kind of funny to think that Rachel would have to apply for Survivor. But, we'll see if she comes off and still wants to do Survivor. I mean, for me, I think Traders All-Stars, if that's going to come up, I think Rachel has earned her spot. I think she played phenomenally on Traders, the first one. And I think this season of Big Brother showed what a competitor she is and how her social game is on point. So she needs to be in that contention for that group of players because she has earned it by far. Do I keep in Jeff and Jordan? No, we really don't. Rachel needs to go on Survivor. She would crush it. Yeah, I mean, definitely a different game, right? So, but I think she would love it. I think she'd play. So that's the problem. Like, put people in that will play. Rachel, you put her in anything, she will play. She will play her heart out. She will try her hardest. She will give you good TV. She will do all of it. She does it every single time. Yes, guys, vote for Rachel for the BB vote. use all your emails, vote multiple times, right? Not the same email the same day, but you can vote every single day. So keep just plowing those votes with Rachel for America's Favorite Player, because the casuals are not as dedicated to the vote, right? They will vote once and then be done with it, but they're not voting every day, and they're not really trying to get Keanu. They're just like, oh, he's cool, I like him, I'll vote, but they're not going to really try that hard. So I want to show how devoted not only Rachel Riley fans are, but the fan base. There's a lot of people that know she was robbed this season by just a fair Big Brother experience. So, like I said, alumni should come up with your own Big Brother. I mean, at this point, could we do worse? Probably not, So, I mean, that's the thing. The only thing that they got is that house, But in terms of like the game and the way they've changed it so substantially, I think they just have messed up by, messing with the game so much that it's hard for people just to play Big Brother anymore. So, and why would alumni come back, right? Why, if you were a Big Brother former player, would you ever want to come back unless you playing one season and it was last year and you're like, oh, well, I got nothing else going on. But if you saw what they did to Rachel this year, you're not going to want to come back. Thank you for voting for Rachel, guys. I love it and I appreciate it, and she deserves it. So she was robbed. She just needed a chance to be able to play Big Brother, Thank you, Jay Lala. I appreciate you voting. Yes, old school Big Brother. This is why we miss old school Big Brother, right? Because people were playing, they weren't afraid to get their hands dirty, they weren't afraid to fight, they weren't afraid to, like throw somebody under the bus at your eviction, right? These people get up there and stand up there and just say, I have nothing bad to say about this person. I mean, how badly do you want to stay? Canada, we love Canada. I know, Big Brother Canada needs to come back too. And Arissa Cox, we love Arissa Cox because she was somebody who watched her show. I think at this point in time, we can confidently say that Julie does not watch Big Brother anymore, right? She gets some notes and then just, spews some information. And it's just, and then she's also throwing the girls under the bus, calls Ashley and Rachel the mean girls. She has harped on Morgan about the relationship with her and Vince. Not once has she said anything about Vince. She's basically like, oh, Morgan's doing this. So it's like, why do you scapegoat the girls, Julie? I mean, out of all the people, who've had issues in the past, you think you might be giving these girls, a little bit more of a fair shake than coming down hard on them and then letting the guys off the hook. So not once she say anything about Keanu, and just like, oh, poor Keanu. The girls are just beating up on poor Keanu, Not that he's gone back and forth on every single deal or alliance he's made, It's just he's gone back and forth. So it's like he's just had a terrible game. And so it's like you want more players like Keanu in the house that just know how to play comps, just know how to compete, then you vote Keanu, because that's what they're going to keep putting on the show. They're not going to put people that want to play a social game. Because why would you go on Big Brother anymore to play a social game that is not reliant on social game? It's only reliant on comps, right? All right, so what's up with me too? Surprised with her on me? Yeah, I mean, she is brainwashed at this point, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of things. I'd be honest with you, I think Julie Chen needs to retire from Big Brother. I think she's had a run. I think she's over the show. I think she's just a plug and play. I think it's just the same shtick every season, and I think a lot of us are just tired of seeing it. I want a host who's engaged. I want a host who loves the show. Put Rachel as the host. Make Rachel the host of Big Brother. She would be grilling these people coming out of the house. She'd be lively. She'd be exciting. She'd be interacting with the fans. She'd be interacting with the house guests. I mean, seriously. So Ashley deserves to win because she has the best reads on the house. Yeah, she does. I still think Ashley needs to win something. It's really hard for me for Ashley to get to the end and win without like comp wins. I don't know, because this was a very comp heavy season, and this jury is likely will be a little personal. So if she gets there with no wins under her belt, I mean, it might be a little hard, So yes, Rachel is Rachel's the host. Absolutely. Are we friends with Dan? Yeah, we're friends with Dan. I don't talk to Dan that often. But yeah, I mean, Rachel's the one who talks to pretty much all the alumni. So I work. So I did my PhD, while I was doing Amazing Race, Big Brother, and then I did a 3-year postdoc, and then I did a 2-year residency, and then I came on as faculty at UAB. So I have not had a lot of time to, if I'm reading something, I don't even read books anymore, sadly. It's like if I read something, it's for work, right? It's on CT or MRI or ultrasound. So it's, BB Burn and Mensa. You know what? That's a funny thing. I thought the same. I almost ordered the BB Burn in the largest female size, so I could fit in because I loved it. I love the BB Burn. I'm probably gonna get Rachel one for the show for afterwards because I think it's so great. Yeah, and that was Greg. I think Greg was the one that came up with that. So Portia gets credit for the I Love Rachel shirt, and then I think Greg gets credit for the BB Burn shirt. So Greg is Portia's husband. So yeah, BB Burn in men's size, please. I know it is hilarious. It's so awesome. Thank you for the Rachel votes, guys. Keep it up. Yeah, I love highly educated. I appreciate that because I think I'm highly educated. I don't say I'm smart. I'm just, I've been in school a very long time, right? So yeah, but educated, definitely. Keeps casting and plotting for what storylines they can push, right? Yeah, letting it, that's what I do. I do think that the editing has gotten so out of hand now that they push storylines in hopes that's why I think that they were careful not to drag a lot of these players this season because they just were not sure who had the shot to win. You know, a lot of times you see people really pushing like one edit for one player that they think is going to make to the end. And this season, I think they were so all over the place that they were trying to soft edit everybody, like Ava and Kelly and Vince and Morgan just recently. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go because my little buddy needs some help. Stay there. Hold on. All right. Guys, thank you very much. Keep up the work for Rachel. By the way, the money from the leverage, yep, it's split for the charities for Orlando's. All right, yes. So we're raising money for Orlando for our charity. If you guys should come down there, Over the Edge. It's going to be in December. A lot of us will be there. And it's a lot of fun. All right. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Bye.